It's Country in the Boardroom here with Jimmy Rankin. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, applause, we're back. Hey.
Woo!
There's a real studio audience here for you.
Just singing, I'm just saying, like you said, a romantic song about technology, so that was nice.
Well, it's just a song that's just come out of, talking about how, you see everybody now, they're texting, they're standing beside one another, texting each other. It's crazy.
So here, Country in the Boardroom, Jimmy Rankin, songwriting is definitely your thing. Would you be okay with songwriting and maybe not performing, or do you have to have both of them? How does that work?
Well, I was, look at what I do is basically there's three aspects to what I do, and the first thing is writing the song, and that's always a great experience, especially when you come up with a song like Here in My Heart, or I'm just saying that you know it's a good song and you feel good playing it, and it doesn't bother you after you sing it 50 times. But and then the second part of what I do is recording. That's where I take the songs, and that's where you play them with a band, or you're in a studio and you're playing with good musicians, or you're by yourself recording with just a guitar or piano, and it blossoms into something. And then the third part is taking the songs and playing them live for people. Right. And seeing the reaction of people and the response, and so I love all aspects of what I do equally for different reasons.
Okay. And also, big difference, you went solo. What's the difference between, not everyone gets to sing and travel and with their family, right? And let alone enough talented people in your family to do that. So what's the big differences between going solo and touring with a band and with a family?
Well, the big difference for me was going out on my own because I had never really done a 90-minute show by myself, and I had a lot of material with the Rankins, but going solo, it was kind of terrifying at the time because you don't know what to expect. You don't know how people are going to react to what you're doing, if they're going to like your new sound, and so. The other thing was, doing a full show. I was used to doing a show with, for 10 years with, 4 vocalists, myself included. There were 4 of us, and then fiddle music or Celtic music and dancing. It was like a variety show. So I was singing 4 or 5 songs a night at the most, of course doing harmonies and playing guitar. But when you're singing 2 hours by yourself, you have to be in shape, So it's a different thing altogether, but I got over that hurdle, and I love it. When you play solo, it gives you you have a couple hours to stretch with an audience and to interact with an audience, and it gives you more time to develop a rapport with your audience. Whereas if you're just one guy and you're singing every 4th or 5th song, it's like, well, it's back to him again, and the joke was lost, But the Rankins, that was great. I still do it every couple of years. We go out, and I'm sure we will as long as we can, because it's fun and people still want to hear those songs. But my solo thing, that's it's occupying my time right now.
And your brand new album, Forget About the World, out today.
It's out
big
today,
congratulations again. For that.
It's 18. It entered the top 20, and they're playing it like crazy all over the country. And I have a video that's in heavy rotation at CMT.
Right, yeah. Where's that filmed? Like, you're kind of almost like in a desert. Where is that?
Yeah, well, I shot the video with an old friend I hadn't seen in a long time, who had worked on a Rankin family video back in the mid-'90s. It was called Borders in Time. It was a song that I wrote that my sister, Cookie, sang. And I hadn't seen Jeff Weinrich, who shot the video, in many years. He did all of Jan Arden's early work, and like hundreds of music videos, and then he just reemerged, and I was so happy to see him again, and I said, let's work together. And so he suggested New Mexico, because he had been down there quite a bit, and he had a place down there he was working out of, and I'd never been, and I love traveling and always wanted to go, so went to New Mexico and shot this beautiful video, and partly in the desert, and just driving around, finding locations, and fortunately the weather was really good, but winter seemed to follow me wherever I went this year. So.
In New Mexico too?
Oh my God, it was 18 below at one point, which was very rare for there. So Anyway, so we shot the video, and I'm very pleased with it. It's beautiful, and always great working with Jeff. He's done a bunch of stuff for CMT.
And you can find that on our Facebook page too, the brand new video. And Cross Canada tour kicks off the end of the month, April 28th.
Yeah.
Going to be actually in Highgate on May the 6th, closest you're going to be to us. But are you looking forward to that? What's kind of like your favorite parts of Canada?
I love all the provinces of Canada, again, for different reasons, you know, everywhere from Labrador and Newfoundland, which is very rugged, and Nova Scotia, Cape Breton's rolling hills, and Ontario is beautiful farmland. Then you go up north, and it's beautiful, you know, wild country, and it's like the prairies. I love it's like a different aesthetic altogether out in the west. And then, of course, you go to the up to Yellowknife and these places, Northwest Territories. I mean, that's I want to do more traveling up there, actually. But and then of course British Columbia with the Rockies and the ocean. Mm-hmm. Canada's the most beautiful country in the world. It's sparsely populated, which makes it difficult for a musician at times because there's so much distance between gigs. But at the same time, there's a lot of wilderness and nature, and it's the greatest country in the world.
In just a couple seconds, you're going to sing Here in My Heart, the tune with Keith Urban that you did, now number 18. So, like I said, you just released that not too long ago. New album out today. We're going to do 10 questions with Jimmy Rankin. How does that sound?
Now? Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
You got it's quick fire.
Sure.
Ready? Number 1, chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Who would you love to do a duet with?
Serena Ryder.
Someone you haven't done a duet with?
Oh, God. There's so many people. I don't know. Emmylou Harris, perhaps?
Favorite genre besides country?
Celtic.
Stadium or small, intimate venue?
Both.
East or West Coast?
Both.
You're terrible.
But I'm partial to the East because I'm from the East.
Yeah. So. Who's hotter, Carrie Underwood or Reba?
Well, they're both hot.
You're not good at this,
if either one of them called me, I wouldn't turn them down. But Carrie's not bad herself. Yeah.
Best thing about being a Canadian artist?
People, the variety of music in this country, and people are open to all different genres of music in this country. I mean, even when you play country music here, the definition of country is a lot more diverse than other places.
Cowboy hat or boots?
Boots.
Blondes, brunettes, or redheads? I told you it was going to be random.
Brunettes. I don't know.
Number 10, boxers
I'm into personalities.
Number 10, boxers or briefs? I don't usually ask this in person, so
boxers.
Fantastic. All right, country in the boardroom.
I don't wear either, so.
With Jimmy Rankin, Forget About the World, out today. I'm now going to sing Here in My Heart.
Sure. Yeah, there we go. Someone's always breaking down, packing their clothes, leaving for good, or coming back home. Either we're like strangers or the best of friends, and talking all night or never speaking again. I'm giving it up, letting it go, holding it back, or risking it out, or falling in love, falling apart. There's never a dull moment here in my heart. Sometimes I think we're crazy to be doing this at all, going round in circles, running into walls. Baby, we're just used to loving on the edge. We got this fire, but we're not there yet. And giving it up, letting it go, holding it back, risking it all, falling in love, falling apart. There's never a dull moment here in my heart. Here in my heart. Giving it up, letting it go, holding it back, risking it all, falling in love, falling apart. There's never a dull moment. Giving it up, letting it go, holding it back, risking it all, falling in love, falling apart. There's never a dull moment here in my heart. Oh, here in my heart.
Here in My Heart by Jimmy Rankin.
Thank you.
Top 20 single right now, and Forget About the World. A new album out today. Thanks so much for joining us today, Jimmy.
My pleasure. Nice to be here. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.